Good morning, students. In the last session, we have started new lesson that is cell cycle and cell division. So in this chapter, there are main two topics we are learning, mitosis and meiosis. So we have explained the topic mitosis in the last session. Today we are going to learn the next topic that is meiosis. Yes. So what is meant by meiosis? What is the use of this meiosis or meiotic division? Meiosis means the formation of gametes. Okay. So male and female gametes. The female gametes that is called egg or ovum. The male gamete it is called sperm. Then what are the facts about meiosis? It's preceded by interphase, which includes chromosome replication. So in the previous session, we told there are two phases. One is interphase and second one is mitosis. So here interphase, after that meiosis. So in the interphase, we studied there are three divisions, three steps, stages, G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. Clear? So here, preceded by interphase, which includes chromosome replication. Two meiotic divisions will take place. One is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Okay. In the mitosis, we studied only one, but here there are two stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So usually this meiosis, it is called reduction division. Why it is called a reduction division? Because original cell it is diploid 2n. Original cell is diploid, it's a 2n, and we will be getting 4 daughter cells. In the case of mitosis, we are getting only 2 daughter cells. It is genetically identical to the parent cell that is also diploid in nature. But here, original cell diploid, we are getting 4 daughter cells produced that are haploid in nature. Okay, 4 daughter cell that is monoploid or haploid. 1n. Here you can see 2n. Here this is 1n. Clear? There is main difference between mitosis and meiosis. The next one is here the daughter cells contain half the number of chromosomes as the original cell. There is a one main difference. But in mitosis, parent cell and daughter cell, the number of chromosomes is same. But here daughter cell contain half the number of chromosomes as the original cell. They produces gametes. Gametes, which are the gametes, male and female gametes, female gamete egg and male gamete sperms. It occurs in the testes in males. That is called spermatogenesis. And in the case of female, it occurs in the ovaries in the females. That is called oogenesis, that process. Okay, so the production of female and male gametes. So in males, it is happening in testes. It is called spermatogenesis. In female, it is happening in ovaries. They are known as oogenesis. Okay. You start with 46 double-stranded chromosomes. You know we have 23 pairs, so 46 double-stranded chromosomes, so that is 2n, have diploid in nature. After one division, 23 double-stranded chromosomes will form 23, it will become half, 23 double-stranded chromosomes, that is n. After second division, 23 single-stranded chromosomes will form, that is all n, haploid in nature. It occurs in our germ cells that produce gametes. Okay, where it happens? It happens in our germ cells that produce gametes. Clear? So why do we need meiosis? It is a fundamental basis of sexual reproduction. So meiosis mainly for the sexual reproduction. Two haploid means 1n. Haploid gametes are brought together through fertilization to form diploid zygote. So male and female gametes. Male gamete is a haploid 1n. Female gamete that is also haploid 1n. They fuse together and what will form to form the zygote. The process is called fertilization. That is zygote. It is diploid in nature 2n. Clear? Yeah, you can see here fertilization putting it all together. So this is haploid sperm. This is haploid sperm. You can see here the chromosomes 3. There is about 1n haploid in nature. 1n means haploid in nature. Here also you can see 3. So they are haploid in nature. Then they will pair up. You can see here now total 2, 4, 6. 6 that is diploid in nature. Okay, you can see here one pair. There is a diploid in nature. So this haploid sperm. Here also haploid egg and forming diploid zygote. Okay, 6 that is 2n. Diploid zygote will form. Then replication of chromosomes. Replication is a process of duplicating a chromosome. Okay, replication means nothing but duplicating the chromosomes occurs prior to division. So before the division, Prior to division, what happens? The duplication or replication of the chromosomes take place. Replicated copies are called sister chromatids. So before it was one, then it replication over and duplication over. Now you can see the two. Each one is called what? It is called a sister chromatid. These are the sister chromatids held together at the centromere. Okay, they are held placed together. This point is known as centromere. Okay, you can see here centromere, replicated chromosome. You can see here one pair. Each are called sister chromatids. See, these are the sister chromatids. Here you see occurs in interphase. This interphase. And after that, meiosis will take place. This is unreplicated chromosome. Before replication, this is unreplicated chromosome. Here, DNA synthesis and condensation, and they will become double. Okay, double means you can see there is a one pair sister. These are called sister chromatids. So this is a replicated chromosome. Okay, this point is called a centromere. Then a replicated chromosome, you can see here. Now there is a one pair of chromosomes here. This is gene X. Okay, here this is Y. Here one thing you can see, this is a sister chromatids. You see, these are the one pair sister chromatids. They have same genes and same alleles. Okay, if you are taking these two chromosomes, so this is one chromosome, this is another chromosome. In same one chromosome, you can see two sister chromatids. Clear? So these sister chromatids, they have same genes and same alleles. If you are taking these two, they are called homologous chromosomes. One pair chromosome, they are called homologous. They have same genes but different alleles. Genes same but different alleles. Homologous separate in meiosis 1 and therefore different alleles separate. Okay, so here this homologous separate in meiosis 1. I told you there is a meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 and therefore different alleles separate. Look at here, yes, how the meiosis forms haploid gametes. Meiosis must reduce the chromosome number by half. So meiosis means, I told it's a reduction division. It will reduce the chromosome number by half. Fertilization then restores the 2n number. So here you see from mom, there is one pair of chromosomes. From dad, there is one pair of chromosomes. The child will not get 4 chromosomes, won't get. That's too much. So what is happening? Meiosis reduces genetic content. Okay, there is a reason it's known as meiosis is a reduction division. It reduces genetic content. So this one cell it's getting one chromosome. Here second cell it's also getting one chromosome. Then here will be it is getting one pair chromosomes. Okay. Excuse me. It's getting two chromosomes or one pair chromosomes. Okay, this is the right number. So here reduction division will takes place. That is called meiosis is a reduction division. Okay. Here you can see that how the meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 will take place. First one is the parent cell, you see, it's a diploid in nature. Okay, you can see there is one pair. This is another pair chromosomes. So it is diploid in nature, 2n. Okay, this is 1n, this is 1n, 2n. So it's a diploid in nature. It's a homolog separate. Here, meiosis 1, what is happening? It will become two daughter cells. You can see that this blue and one green. This both going to this one cell. Here also this one pair chromosome coming to this cell. So here you can see in this case, here one pair chromosome, here one pair chromosome. So this is also diploid in nature. Pair. There is a 2n diploid in nature. Then meiosis 2, what is happening? From this cell, again two daughter cells will form. From this cell, again two daughter cells will form. So what is happening? Sister chromatids separate. Here what is happening? This is centromere. This sister chromatid will separate. Here also it will separate. You can see one blue and one green color. You can see it's going to one cell. Here one sister chromatid and here one sister chromatid going to second cell. Same thing happening here also. One sister chromatid come to this. So now we can see there is only one pair. If it's joining also is getting only one chromosome. Okay, so that is haploid in nature, N or haploid in nature. So that is happening in the case of meiosis 2. So this is meiosis 1, this is meiosis 2. So that is meiotic division. Two meiotic divisions are there. So here parent is 2 and diploid in nature, but here the daughter, I told there are 4 daughter cells will be getting, they are haploid in nature. Okay, they are haploid in nature. Here you can see it's a diploid in nature. Okay, one pair of chromosomes. Here there is a chromosome number. It is actually it's a half. Understood? Half the number of the parent. So it's haploid in nature. Meiosis 1, reduction division. We already told the same thing. Meiosis 1, you can see here this is a nucleus, nuclear envelope. Inside that, there is a chromatin fibers, chromosomes. So this is called early prophase 1, chromosome number doubled. Here, this chromosome number, it will become double. You can see there is a one pair. It will pair or it will become double. Second one, you look at here, late prophase phase, they will condense, they will be thick, and you can see that the centrioles are moving, the one pair centriole will form, they are moving, spindle fibers started to grow, they're moving towards the poles, centrioles, this will become thicken and condense, okay, and this slowly this nuclear membrane will disappear. That is the late prophase 1. Here, metaphase 1, what is happening? Spindle fibers will form. So now the centrioles, it reached in the end. They will form the spindle fibers, and through that, the chromosomes are moving to the center. This is known as metaphase plate. This is called metaphase plate. This is metaphase 1. Then, next one is anaphase 1. Here, what is happening? These chromosomes, they separate. Each one is going to each side. Okay, this one is going to one side, another one is going to the opposite side or through the spindle fibers. Okay, they're moving towards the poles or ends through the spindle fiber. That is anaphase 1. The last what you can see here again nuclear. So now they reach both ends. The nuclear envelope again it will reassemble or appear, and you can see that spindle fiber disappear. It will shorten and it will disappear, and also cytoplasm started to divide. Okay, so that is telophase. Telophase, in this stage you can see they are diploid in nature. You can see here the two daughter cells are going to form. So this is diploid in nature. Clear? So because there is a one pair of chromosomes, you can see here also you can see one pair of chromosomes. So this is diploid in nature. Then prophase 1, I told you prophase 1, there is early prophase and late prophase. In the early prophase, what is happening? Homologous pair crossing over occurs. You can see here the crossing over takes place, one pair crossing over takes place. Late prophase, what is happening? Chromosomes condense. This chromosomes, it condense. Spindle forms. You can see here spindle fibers, centriole moving to the pole, and spindle fibers forms. A nuclear envelope fragments. This nuclear envelope, it fragments, and then they can move outside. Okay, that is late prophase stage. This is early prophase stage. This is late prophase stage. The tetrads form in prophase 1. Here what is happening? The homologous chromosomes, each with the sister chromatids. This one chromosome, two sister chromatid. This is another chromosome with the two sister chromatids. All four join to form tetrad. Okay, all one pair will crossing over will takes place one pair. It means now it is called tetrad 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are there, so it is called tetrad. Okay, 4 sister chromatid. So this is called tetrad. It's called a synopsis. What it is called? It's called synapsis. Yes, this is a crossing over will takes place. Homologous chromosomes in a tetrad cross over each other. You see, this one pair of homologous chromosomes, the crossing over will takes place. Pieces of chromosomes or genes are exchanged. You can see here the color you see. This is parental, this paternal, this is maternal. Here crossing over will takes place and the genes will exchange. Chromosomes or genes are exchanged. You can look at the next figure. You can identify easily. Okay, this is a paternal, this is a maternal part. Same like this is a maternal, this is a paternal part. So piece of chromosomes or genes are exchanged. Here look at this. After crossing over, produces genetic recombination in the offspring. So in the offspring, they produce genetic recombination. Okay. So this is synapsis, pairing of homologous chromosomes. So these are one pair chromosome. Here pairing of homologous chromosomes takes place. I told this is a paternal, this is a maternal. After crossing over, you can see here crossing over it takes place. Then genes, chromosomes or genes exchange here. So this is after crossing over, it will be like this. So you can see here this is a maternal part, this is a paternal. Same like this is a paternal part and this is a maternal part. So after crossing over, chromosomes or genes are exchanged. So homologous chromosomes during crossing over. So this is the crossing over of homologous chromosomes. This is a crossing over. You can see that one pair of chromosomes here crossing over takes place. Then after that, genes or chromosomes it is exchanged. Okay. So crossing over multiplies the already huge number of different gamete types produced by independent assortment. Okay. So after crossing over, they produce different types of different gamete types produced by independent assortment. Then here metaphase 1, homologous pairs of chromosomes aligned along the equator of the cell. So it's coming to the equator of the cell, it's coming to the center. That is metaphase 1. Anaphase 1, homologous separate and move to the opposite pole. You can see that this one pair homologous, each one separate and move to the opposite pole. Sister chromatids remain attached at their centromeres. You can see these are the sister chromatids. They are attached at the centromeres. The next is telophase 1. Nuclear envelopes reassembled. You can see that. Now they both reached in the both ends. After that, what will form? Nuclear envelope. It will reassemble. Spindle fibers disappear. It will become short and last it will disappear. Cytokinesis divides the cell into two. So this cytoplasm division is called a cytokinesis. It divides the cell into two. Then you will be getting two daughter cells here. Thank you, students.